Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? It is another weekly weigh-in video on my MOUNJARO maintenance journey. So if you're new, welcome. My name is Marcy. I'm 53 years old. I live in the southwest of Scotland, recently relocated here from North Yorkshire. And yeah, we've literally just been in the house just over a month, which is why it looks a bit like this. But I am really pleased to be back filming my weekly updates again. I missed a couple of months out, so I'm so sorry about that, but it's just kind of life. But I'm back on it. I'm really determined to keep an eye on my weight week by week during this maintenance phase of my journey. I think it's the most important part of my journey. So yeah, if you are new here, do go check out my playlist. I've got weekly weigh-ins, monthly non-scale victory updates, daily vlogs sharing all the food that I've been eating, you know, and just how my whole journey's been. I've been very honest about everything, about how I feel, what I eat, any side effects and stuff like that. So yeah, if you are new, or even if you've just discovered me, go check it. If you've been here for ages, I really appreciate you coming back, so thank you so much. These are always like one of my most popular videos on my channel, so I'm really happy to be filming them again. So yeah, I started my MOUNJARO journey back on May the 21st, 2024, 50 weeks ago today. It's like, I can't believe it, we're almost at the 1 year point. It's absolutely crazy. I just feel like such a different person now to then. It's incredible. It has truly changed my life. It is life-changing. People say this, and it is true. So if you're having just really slow results and you're feeling a little bit disheartened and you're wondering why everyone else is losing more than you, honestly, just trust the process, stick with it. Most weeks on my journey, I lost less than a pound, and it was very much a slow and steady process, but it was consistent losses, you know, and it was just chipping away at it. And all of a sudden one day I just woke up, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm half the size virtually to what I was before. That's certainly what I felt like. I've dropped down 3-4 dress sizes, gained a stack load of confidence, feel really happy, much healthier, and all the rest of it. So yeah, it is absolutely incredible. So my starting weight when I started this back last May was 13 stone, 12.8 pounds, 194.8 pounds, 88.36 kilos, and my BMI was 32.4. I'm on MOUNJARO, which is tirzepatide, which is the same as Zepbound. It's the only one I've ever been on. I've never tried anything else. I've stuck with the same provider, and I just feel like I've had a really good journey. I've tried to eat relatively well, but normal food. I've had some alcohol along the way, but not excessively. And I've tried to prioritise protein. I've been a little bit poor with my fibre, but I've really worked hard at trying to eat a really healthy amount of calories. I haven't starved myself, and I've tried to aim for a minimum of around about 1,200 calories up to about 1,500. And it took me a couple of months to be able to get to that point. In the early days, I was definitely under eating. Then I started tracking calories, and I just started increasing, working hard. And honestly, I think it is the thing that you need to do, is just make sure you eat enough. So the format of my video today is I'm going to have a little chat about how this past week's been, because obviously I filmed my update last week, so it was really nice to be back. So just have a quick chit chat about that, about sort of getting back on sharing like my proper maintenance journey with you all, what my plans are moving forwards for the next week, and then maybe looking even to the next month, and then any ideas I've got long term. I've had quite a few comments off the back of last week's video asking about maintenance, because I think when I first started filming my vlogs and my things, I think I was probably one of the only UK YouTubers at the time, and I think definitely in the last couple of months there seems to be a lot that have popped up. But obviously I'm now like virtually a year in, so yeah, if you're nearing the end of your journey, you're worried about what maintenance is going to look like, hopefully you'll consider subscribing to my channel and just sort of like go through it with me. We can, or if you're in maintenance as well, have a chat with me, let me know how it's going, any hints, tips and things like that, put them in the comments, share them with me, share them with everybody else. So yeah, we'll be having a chit chat about that, chatting about my food and things, and then we're going to have a look at I'm going to tell you about my weight loss, how that's been this week. We'll compare that to how that's been for my whole maintenance part, the 12 weeks of maintenance, and then have a look at what that is over the 50 weeks as well. I use the RENPHO scales to get weighed on. It has a free app. It's quite visually attractive. It's a really easy app to use, but if you like visuals and graphs and things, you might sort of like this. So I will be sharing a screen recording with you as I look at my app, and we'll have a little look at everything there. It also tracks the biometrics, and I know they're not 100% accurate. It don't matter, it's just looking at trends, and it's just something just to motivate really, and just to use as a guide. We'll be setting plans for the week ahead. Yes, I hope you just enjoy it. I hope you do. So this past week has been not bad, but I had an afternoon tea at the weekend. So I think diet-wise, it's been good and bad. It's been really good weather, so I've had quite a few salads. But alongside those salads, I've had some pot pies in there and quiche, you know, I'm being honest. But I don't know, so I think some things like that could have been a little bit better. I have had like a bottle of beer, some glasses of cider, some glasses of wine over the week as well. Not loads of veggies, but we've had plenty of salads. So I don't know, it's been a bit of a mixed week. I have felt I've been a bit constipated this week. Now, I'm not normally constipated, if I'm honest, but a couple of weekends ago we had friends here and we'd sort of eaten out and things a little bit there. My tummy felt a little bit off, and so I did take an Imodium Instant just over a week ago. Now, I'm really sensitive to them. They work really, really well for me. So I think this week I've been a bit constipated as a result of having that Imodium Instant, and then maybe not having as many vegetables and things as well, maybe not drinking enough water. So all these things add up, don't they? So yeah, I felt really bloated, very full. I've not felt particularly hungry for about 2 or 3 days, like just leading up to, like, from the weekend to now. And yeah, I just felt really, you know, just like that. And in the past, when I felt like that, it has usually been as a result of being constipated. And then normally, and I think it's just that I get so backed up, there's just literally nowhere for that food to go. So I'm just like not wanting to eat more, because it's just adding to the problem. So once things get moving again, it just generally resolves itself. So I know that things like magnesium citrate can help, but typically I don't have a problem going. I have got some, but I haven't started taking it just because I'm a little bit worried that potentially it could go the other way and end up a little bit loose. And so I'm just going to monitor the situation and see how things go. Anything else? So I decided as well to start, I haven't tracked since being on maintenance. So I used to track every single day, but yesterday I decided to do a day of tracking all my food on my vlog, and I said that every Monday I'm going to start tracking everything. So I really enjoyed tracking my food, and then I got weighed today, which we'll have a chat about, and then it's making me think, do I maybe need to start tracking more often, or even potentially every day? So we'll have a chat about plans for tracking after I've told you all my weighing results and everything. So yeah, it's just something to consider. So last week I weighed in at 10 stone 5.2 pounds, which was 145.2 pounds, 65.9 kilos, and my BMI was 24.2. Overall, in my maintenance part, I'd only gained 1.6 pounds last week in my maintenance. So I was really, really happy with that. And I'd lost a total of 3 stone 7.6, which is like 49.6 pounds. And that's where I was sat at last week. So let me just do a little screen recording now. We'll do a split screen, and then we can have a little look at my weigh-in results and how everything is going. So that's us on now. So yeah, I got on the scales this morning, and I weighed in at 10 stone 5.5 pounds. So that was up by 0.3, and so I'm now 145.5 pounds, 65.99 kilos. My BMI has stayed the same at 24.2. So that means overall for my maintenance in the last 12 weeks, I am up 1.9 pounds on my target weight. which is 0.86 kilos up. My BMI since hitting target 12 weeks ago has gone up by 0.3. So it's not bad. I mean, I think it's not even 2 pounds in 12 weeks. So I think that's fairly successful considering I've had a house move, we've had friends here, I've had afternoon tea, we're doing sort of bits and pieces. I did mean to mention actually that this week though I have started walking, and I found a really nice walk near my house, and it's about 2.5 miles, and I'm now going to be doing that every single day, and is getting my steps over 10,000 steps a day. So that's going to be like my kind of like little exercise move goal, like what steps goal is to try and hit 10,000 steps really. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. So I think in weeks to come that will start to make a difference. Now this week in total now though, from the start of my journey, I have in total lost 3 stone, 7.3 pounds, 49.3 pounds, 22.4 kilos. So let's have a little look at these biometrics here. It seems ages since I've done an update with the RENPHO app, so if I'm a bit clunky, excuse me. So what I've done first of all, I've set the comparison to the 11th of February, which is when I reached my target weight. It's when I called my like weight loss part of my journey over. So we can have a little look at how that's gone. So in the past 12 weeks here, you can see that my weight there has gone up 1.9 pounds. My BMI is up 0.3, as I mentioned. Body fat is up 0.4%. Subcutaneous fat is up 0.3%. Visceral fat's remained the same. Muscle mass has changed slightly. Skeletal mass has gone down slightly. My hydration has gone down a little bit. Basal metabolic rate has gone down a tiny bit. Metabolic age has stayed the same. And protein's gone down. Fat-free mass has gone up, and bone mass has gone down. So that's from 12 weeks ago, but I think that is worse than what it was a couple of weeks ago. It's made some changes, you know. So let's have a little look here. We can open this up and see where these are on the slidey scales. And if we look at this, and then we just slide across, so you can see there, my weight is in the little green section, which means it's healthy. BMI also in the green section, which is healthy. Body fat, it still says I am a chunky monkey. Subcutaneous fat is still high, so I've still got quite a bit of fat to body ratio. You know, I'm still carrying a bit of excess fat, so we need to work on that. My visceral fat is pretty decent actually. It's really good, and that's the unhealthy fat around your organs. So the fact that I'm virtually excellent as far as a health indicator goes, I'm really pleased with that. My muscle mass is good. Skeletal mass is low. Hydration is on the borderline, just okay. Basal metabolic rate is really good. So I'm virtually at 1,300 calories, which is the amount of calories I just burn at rest, not even doing anything, not getting up or walking about, just literally being alive. That is how many calories my body will burn a day. So if I eat in excess of that and don't move, then, you know, I am going to gain weight. But obviously you're moving about, you're burning calories throughout your day just by being alive and doing your daily tasks and things like that. So it's all about, this helps in working out your what your deficit should be, but it's different for everyone, and there's loads of different calculators and whatnot. But I just think if you eat between 12 and 1,500 calories, you're eating a healthy amount for your body, and you're not going to go far wrong at that. Metabolic age, obviously I'm 53, but I am 54 on Sunday, so that gap should, let's hope that gap doesn't increase. If we can get it to just 1 year difference, that's good. Protein is fine. And then and then my bone mass is really good as well. So that is excellent. And then if we look at the trends, and what we'll do here is we can look at the trends for my whole journey. And this is the bit that I'm really interested in actually, because what I kind of want to see is that coming down, and then it should like flatten out, because then I'm in maintenance. So I don't want to see what I'm just starting to see here, which as you see here on my weight, it's been coming down with my weight loss. It had settled, but this past month, it's started to creep back up again. So this for me is just giving me a little alarm bells, purely because as well I'm coming down dosages. So even potentially I could still be eating the same calories, but I've got less MOUNJARO in my system, like less strength, you know, lower strength of MOUNJARO. And it's like, oh, hang on a minute, do I need to go up a dose? This is something we'll have a chat about, is like, what's the right dose? Do we need to stay on it forever? Do we stay on a particular dose forever, or what do we do? So this is really interesting to me. So that is on weight. So if we look at BMI again, there's a similar curve there, coming down, leveled out, starting to slowly increase, albeit it's a tiny increase, but it's just, I just need to be aware of it. Body fat again, have been coming down, that's now climbing back up. My subcutaneous fat was coming down, now it's going back up. Visceral fat, that's consistently good, so that's fine. Muscle mass has increased slightly. My skeletal mass though, it has dropped, and I really want this to be increasing more, so the fact that's happened has made me a little bit sad. Hydration has dropped off. Basal metabolic rate is just kind of there, you know, you are going to lose, so your basal metabolic rate will drop. The more weight you lose, the less calories your body needs to sustain itself. So you will see a drop in that, and that's fine. I think when you're maintaining, that doesn't want to be continuing to drop off. If anything, plateau out and then work hard at increasing it. And the way you can increase your metabolic health, obviously, is by what's that? I think we've got a tractor going down the side of the house. That was a bit noisy. There's a tractor. So the way you can increase your metabolic health is actually working and increasing your muscle mass. So by having more muscle, you're going to burn more energy at rest, so you can consume more calories. So that's going to be something really good to do. Metabolic age, yes, I had dropped down to 54 and it's just jumped back up to 55. So I want to get that back down to 54 in a few weeks if I can. Protein percentage has dropped off a bit again. Fat-free mass is starting to climb. Bone mass has dropped off a little bit as well, interestingly. Okay, so that's everything there. Let me just close this screen off. I think that's all we need to see on that one. So looking forward, things that are going to potentially, or that I need to think about for the next 7 days, and then looking at the bigger picture moving forward a little bit there, just trying to like plan ahead and do damage limitation. So I have just moved down the dose yesterday. Now, in fact, this is because I'd ordered in advance and I've got a few injections in my fridge waiting already. I just did, with moving and everything, I was just worried that I might not have got my deliveries and things. So just before I went, with the provider I'm with, you can order pens every 2 weeks. So I ordered every couple of weeks and got quite a few in stock just in case there was a problem with moving here and everything else. I thought, I haven't got to worry about it. I've got my medication. It's absolutely fine. So I'd used the ones that I had, and obviously now I've literally just moved down to 5 milligrams, and I have got some other another 5 milligrams in my fridge as well after this, and 2.5s. So here is the thing. I'm now thinking, because my last order was a 2.5 milligram pen, it means that potentially if I want to move back up dose, I probably need to order, do I need to order a 5 milligram next and then a 7.5 milligram after that to be able to get a 7.5 back? Or I'm wondering, can I maybe give them a contact and just say, look, I'd ordered some in advance. I'm currently on 5 milligrams, but I'd like to go back up again. So I think I'm going to wait another couple of weeks, see what goes on and how I'm feeling, how my hunger is, if I've got any food noise coming back, if I'm feeling snacky. And if all those things are coming back, then I might look at increasing my dose next pen. Now, I've only just gone down yesterday, so I've got another 3 injections to come out of my pen yet. So I've got another month before I need to worry about that, really. it may well be that things will just settle down, and it could just be, I think, have maybe just been with all the things that go on with moving house and that, I just haven't been in a routine properly. You know, we're in Airbnbs first of all because our stuff was in storage, and so we weren't in the house even though we'd bought it, and we're waiting for that to come. So there's all those things, and then we've had like visitors here, it's been this and that and all the others, and I am a believer that you need to live your life, and if there's a special event, celebrate that special event. Don't deprive yourself, you know. Like this weekend it's my birthday, and then it's my birthday on Sunday, it's Glenn's birthday on Monday, so we've got 2 birthdays before my next weigh-in, and then next week I am away. There's a big fly in here. Next week I go away on the Tuesday, and I won't be back until a week on Saturday. I'm going away to visit friends for a couple of days, and then I'm going on a cruise for a week. So obviously on that cruise, it's like, you know, it's going to be all that food and drink as well. So thinking ahead, this next month is probably not the best. Bear with me. I'm back. I just had to get that fly out. It was driving me crackers. Yeah, so this next month may not be the best thing to work out if I'm on the right dose or not, because obviously I've got a big holiday in there. But I just don't know. I suppose there are always going to be holidays. There's only this. I need to just see how I go. So my plans for this week, because I'm still going to be at home. So Sunday and Monday, my birthday, my husband's birthday. Realistically, we're not going to be going mad anyway. I'm not going to be having a big birthday cake, but we are going to probably be out and about. So it may well be that we've got lunch out or dinner out or something, and a couple of drinks, which is fine. So that should be completely manageable. I think I'm going to track for the next week and see how I go with that and see if that makes a difference. I've also changed NUTRACHECK app, which is what I use to track my calories. I had that set at maintenance before, which had been set at 2,000 calories. I have switched it back to weight loss mode, and it's set my calories at 1,400. I'm going to allow myself up to 1,500 calories, and I'll feel absolutely fine with that. But if I go a little bit over some days, that's fine. But I just really want to be mindful about what I'm eating, making sure I'm getting enough protein in and things, you know. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 7 days. As I mentioned, I've started walking again now, which is absolutely brilliant. So my steps have really increased. So I'm now doing sort of over 10,000 steps a day, which is brilliant. So I'm going to keep on doing that. I'm going to try and continue these walks every single day. I really, really enjoy them. Good for your physical health, good for mental health, and that's so, so important. I have started back again being really good at taking my multivitamin, my collagen, and my probiotic. So just trying to keep these good habits going again. And the other thing is, I haven't got my gym set up yet because I've still got that blooming swimming pool in my garage, which should hopefully be going soon, and then we can get set up with that. But I'm really busy in the garden. We've got quite a big garden that needs a lot of work doing, so I am lugging things about and all that. So I feel like I am getting physical activity, but I could maybe try and get my dumbbells out and maybe do some dumbbell exercises. And if I do, I'll share that in my daily vlogs. So yeah, I think basically that is the plan. I'm just going to see how it goes, monitor 5 milligrams. I feel a bit nervous about being on 5 milligrams, if I'm honest. And even though I haven't even gained 2 pounds, and I know over 12 weeks it's nothing, but I just feel a bit more bloated in my tummy than what I normally do. I don't know, I'm worried. I do not want to have got to this point and then start gaining weight. So I think it's good just to be cautious. It's just good to be mindful about it. And I'm just going to keep an eye on the situation. Let me know what you think, what I should do. I'm really interested as well to hear another perspective. Am I just worrying over nothing? Or is it just good, I think, to keep your eye on the ball and just make sure that it doesn't go wibbly wobbly? I'm going to allow for a couple of pounds on during my cruise, but we'll talk about that next week. But yeah, I think that's everything really for today. So I'd just like to say thank you so much for clicking on my video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Take care. Have a brilliant week. If you want to see how I'm getting on every single day, please do come back and see me in my daily vlogs. But for now, take care, guys. See you all next week. Mwah! Have a wonderful week. Bye.